Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Rachel's Lookbook. It's been a while since I've done a video post, but today I wanted to show you some of the items I've gotten recently from thrifting at different local stores and online. And basically I've kind of cut my shopping budget here the past few months after we got the puppy. I just realized there was other things I could be spending my money on. And also, I just have so much in my closet that I never wear, but I still love, and it's just, why would I be buying new stuff when I have other stuff I still love and should just, try to wear? Anyway, so I also want to share some of my thrifting tips while talking about this, and I kind of have 5 main ones, which if you don't watch the video, you can also read, or if you'd rather read them, I spelled them out in this post, but I'm just going to get started with a couple of my most recent thrifting items, which if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen this dress. I found this at Plato's Closet, and it kind of has a layered full skirt, and I wore it to my friend from high school's wedding just a couple weeks ago. I was actually kind of freaking out. I didn't know what to wear. I usually only get invited to summer weddings, and I just didn't really have the right dress. I love to dance, my boyfriend and I love to dance, so I always want something that's kind of fun and flowy. And I got lucky. I went to Plato's Closet, which actually is just 5 minutes away from my house, and sorry, my apartment. I don't live in a house, I live in an apartment. And I was actually looking for a dress for my little sister. She's in a sorority and she had some event where she needed a white dress. And she doesn't have one, and just with the end of the summer season, my mom asked if I could look for her. And I didn't find her anything, but looking through the dresses I found this, and it's kind of an in-between red and burgundy. It's not like completely bright, vibrant red, but it's also not, completely burgundy or oxblood, whatever you want to call that color. But it worked for the fall wedding. I put it with nude pumps and then gold accessories, so I feel like that kind of made it fallish. And for $6, I can't go wrong. I can still wear it to work, if either like cover it up or layer something underneath of it so it doesn't fall as low. But also what I bought the same day at Plato's Closet was this necklace for $6. And I love statement necklaces, so this was a find. I couldn't believe that I found this at Plato's Closet. Would you ever think you would find something like this at Plato's Closet? No. Most of the time when I look at their jewelry, I find kind of okay accessories, not really me. And that's kind of one of my biggest thrifting suggestions or tips, is to make sure that you shop at a lot of places, including, Plato's Closet, Goodwill, Salvation Army, local vintage stores, as well as online like eBay and Etsy, because you just never know what you'll find or where you'll find it. And I never expected to find this beautiful dress that actually goes all the way down to my knees, and this great chunky gold statement necklace at Plato's Closet, which is usually more, teeny bopper, maybe some of the shorter club dresses. But I found it, and I always seem to have luck when I go to the local Plato's Closet. So that's one tip. And again, both of those items are $6, so I got a whole outfit, well, I guess minus my shoes, but I already had them, a wedding outfit for $12, and I got so many compliments, it was awesome. One of my next items comes from an antique shop in Stillwater, Minnesota, which is a really beautiful area, and I've been to some of their antique shops before, but haven't really looked too much at the clothing. Mostly just because I was looking at some more of the clothing boutiques in the area rather than the antique stores to buy clothes. And the other reason is some of the clothing I've seen at these stores have been really expensive, like $100 or more. I got this for $25 though, and maybe it's hard to tell off, but it looks really cute on. It fits me well, and it has pockets. Who doesn't love a dress with pockets? And I just kind of like the combination of the black and kind of camel-y colors for fall. Belting it with boots is kind of how I tried to style it when I first got it. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that photo. So hopefully I'll be showing this on the blog, but for $25, it's a really well-made dress. And, you know, these days I always kind of like value the history or what might be behind it, especially recently with my grandmother. I have taken, or my mother has given me some of her jewelry and clothing, and obviously it means a lot to me, just because I know some of her history. But it's like, that's true for any piece of vintage clothing you own. There's a story behind it. You know, could have been someone else's grandmother's clothing. So yeah, this is a really awesome piece that I found, and I can't wait to wear it. And like I said, I got this for $25. A lot of the other dresses and pieces at the store in particular were over $100, and so it was kind of turning me off at first. Not that I wouldn't spend that if I found the right thing, but with me, you know, cutting back my budget, I couldn't justify spending $100 on some random, crazy, awesome vintage piece that I could barely wear to work. So when I found this that I could wear to work, and it's awesome vintage, for $25, I said yes. So that's another one of my tips when you go thrifting. Even at like Goodwill, sometimes some of the items are a higher price than you might expect them to be, but keep looking, because there's going to be items that they mark less expensive, that you still love, that you're still going to wear, that have barely been used, or just work really well for what you're looking for. So always keep that in mind too. Another necklace I got recently, or just kind of a chain statement type necklace. It hangs down pretty low, but I really love it. It was $1. I got this for $1 from Goodwill, and you know, again, at Goodwill it can be hit or miss with the jewelry, but it's always worth a look when you're there and looking for other clothes or other things. You know, just take a look at the jewelry. You'll never know when you'll find something. And I love like the chainy kind of statement necklaces as much as I love the big, like shorter ones. I love ones that kind of hang down too. So I've already worn this like 3 times, and I just got it a week and a half ago. So for $1, I've definitely already gotten my use out of it, and I'm sure I'll wear it a lot more. And then just some other things that I got at the end of September was this black blouse with like a chandelier print on it. I mean, I don't know, I've never seen anything like this. I'm not saying that there's not another chandelier print item out there that you can't find, but when I saw this, it was unique. It's kind of like, I love statement necklaces, but with this I won't need one. I could wear some, you know, cool earrings instead. And it was $6, and it's silky, and something that I can easily wear to work or out, so that was a great find. And then I found just a plain black one, pretty much the same concept, just without the chandelier print, but it also has the cute zipper detail in the back. I actually bought this for my friend's bachelorette party because I had no idea what to wear. I still have a lot of dresses from college that I don't feel overly comfortable wearing anymore. They're kind of like, you know, I'm 21, I'm gonna go out and have fun sort of party dresses. So I wanted something that was still fun and kind of sexy, but not as crazy. So a silky black blouse with the zipper in the back kind of did that for me. And I can still wear this to work or anytime this winter layered. And this was also only $6. And then what I actually found to wear with that zipper blouse is the skirt, and it is a little bit shorter. It's obviously not one I'd wear to work, but I still do go out on the weekends with friends, and especially something like this with tights will be great. It has kind of the metallic coloring and the band, and then it also has a zipper in the back. So I kind of loved for the bachelorette party, which I didn't get pictures of for the blog, but I had zipper, so it kind of almost made it look like a dress that zipped all the way down. Kind of like making outfits like that where you can trick people that you're wearing 2 pieces and they think you're wearing a dress. It's kind of fun. But that was also only $6, and those 3 things I just showed you also came from Plato's Closet. So like I said, I've been finding a lot of great stuff there lately, even though you know, typically I might not think about shopping there just because I'm trying to buy, you know, grown-up, more professional things, and it's more of a store for teenagers to find cute things, but you just never know, so it's worth a look. And my last thing, which I've talked about a lot and have already shown on one of my posts, like right after I got it, is this polka dot skirt. I found this at Goodwill, and I was shopping with my mom, and I saw it, and you know, she loves polka dots and like longer maxi skirts for her environment that she works in because it's professional, but it's good because it can, even though it's long, like it helps keep her cooler because it can move around and stuff. So I found it and I was like, hey mom, you know, maybe you should try this on, and she did, and she didn't really like the way it looked on her, so she's like, how about you try it on? And it's not like I didn't look at it and think, oh yeah, this could be cute. Sometimes it's just hard to picture what things are going to look like on. So I did end up trying it on, and I loved it. It fit me perfectly, like right here at the waist. And it's like, it has black polka dots, but then the waistband's actually navy, which it probably doesn't look like that on the video, but I promise it is. So it's kind of got a few colors going on. And so it's been really fun to wear. And again, this is another item that was $6. So another tip for you for thrifting is, you know, don't judge pieces that you find that you think could kind of be cute based on the pieces around it. When you're going to a thrift store, you have to remember that it's kind of looking for buried treasure compared to a regular shopping experience at a mall or your favorite store, where you might walk in and want to buy everything. I don't think anyone walks into a thrift store and say they want to buy everything. That might be true for some people, but for me, you know, I definitely find a lot that I love, and it's gotten, the more and more that I've done it, the easier it is to find things that I love. And so with practice, you'll do that too, but it does a lot of work. And so, you know, if you find something that you like, but you're having, you know, just try your best to picture it hanging in your closet or going with some of the things you already have. You have to do that. And I think that's probably something you should do shopping in general, whether you're thrifting or not, is to try to picture it with other items in your wardrobe, at least up to 3, to make it more versatile, or to make sure that you can wear it to work, out, with friends, on date night, you know, because then you're actually going to wear it. It's not just going to be this $6 thing that you bought and it hangs in your closet for 2 more years until you finally decide to donate it back to the place you got it from. So keep that in mind. Also, go thrifting with something in mind. I'm not saying that you absolutely have to. Sometimes it's totally fun just to walk into a store with no idea what you want and find stuff just because you love it, or you try it on and it fits you perfectly. But what I find with thrifting, and it's very easy to get overwhelmed by the amount of clothes there, the amount of people. You think shopping at a mall is sometimes crazy. Like, thrifting can get straight out competitive. I have had people like push into me while I'm going through the racks. So if you have something specific in mind, you can go straight there and start going through the racks, because otherwise you walk in and, do I start at the front of the store? Do I start at the back of the store? You know, having some sort of game plan is going to help you out. You're going to spend less time there, and you're probably going to find more that will suit your wardrobe and your style. So for example, I have been looking for a red blazer for a while. I see so many great quality ones at like Goodwill that I can't get myself to just order one new. I keep going back to Goodwill or other places and going straight to the red blazers until I find one. I have not found it yet, but I will, I promise, and I will share it with you as soon as I do. But it helps to give me a starting point, and then you can go from there to find other items that you want. And lastly, my tip is to try to grab a shopping buddy if you can, because they might see things or find things that aren't necessarily your style that you wouldn't necessarily see just because there's so much stuff, and then they can give that to you. And you know, with the polka dot skirt, I actually found it. I'm the one who ended up with it, but originally I thought it would be for my mother, and then she encouraged me to try it on, and I've had a lot of success with her. So, you know, take a shopping buddy, try to be creative, and think of how you can, you know, repurpose items if you have time to recreate something out of it, you know, shorten a skirt or shorten a dress or do some sort of DIY with it, because at the end of the day, it's really going to be worth it. I mean, all of this was, you know, reasonable, and I've worn it a lot, so Anyway, that has been my thrifting haul the past month and a half, and I hope these tips helped you, and I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Bye.